too much there because his 10 wickets was ahead of everybody else's wicket haul. But as you mentioned, injury concerns, we know he has had injury concerns in the past and continue to have them. And cutting short a stint in England because of injury also did not, of course, we didn't see him feature in the Caribbean at all. And from that point of view, it's a little bit surprising given that everybody is there. You know, everybody supposedly is fit enough. I'm not sure about Alzari Joseph's total fitness. But with Roach, if they just have him in the squad more or less to help to guide them, they could have used him in a different role because we saw OJ Shields and Johan Lane get a little blooding, and you don't want to just take them and drop them just like that. I would think you would want some continuity there. You know, at least one of them, I believe, should have been in the squad to, try to continue with them. But perhaps, you know, I know Shields is in the second 11, so to speak, that will face Sri Lanka in the warm-up game. But we just want to see some consistency there. But overall, I'm not that disappointed with seeing Roach there, except for can he remain injury free given his hamstring problem.
Very well. As you mentioned, the second 11 team here. Let's show our viewers the second 11 team, and Joshua Bishop, Jonathan Jakes, Kamari Gore, Azari Joseph, Brandon King, and Kurt McKenzie, Kimo Paul, Kimo Kamal Sarvary, OJ Shields, Niall Simmet, and Kevin Wickham down at the bottom there. How surprising were you by the non-selection of Kevin Wickham based on the volume of runs that he got in the very short?
It's almost satisfactory team selection, but there are some Moti, Kudakesh Moti in the team. And in my mind, from recent times, Holder should have been given a chance. Jason Holder.
Yeah.
So it will balance the team like Holder, Roche, Shamra Joseph, and Jaden Seals.
Absolutely.
Along with Justin Greaves and Roston Chase, our two backup bowlers. And batting number up to number 8, Holder play at number 8, Roche at 9 is not bad. Then Shamra and Jaden Seals at 10 and 11.
Yeah.
It should have been.
Yeah.
And if a spinner is needed, then Moti.
Yes. But Holder have a contract with the LA Knight Riders in the United States, and that tournament start very soon. So he already had other commitments. So he had made himself unavailable for the test series against Sri Lanka. We should also note that Holder would have been called for the test series against India, and he turned down that. He also turned down the trip to New Zealand. So Holder is basically now playing T20s. So, I mean, it's no fault of them not picking him for test cricket. He's just not available for it.
Holder is not considered? Are you saying Holder is not considered?
He told them not to consider him.
Okay. He was not available.
Right.
Okay. That's a problem. And then why Moti?
Yeah, Moti has a commitment with the GCL, that is the Global Super League there in in Guyana. And so that might have been the reason why he was not considered.
That was the two prospects. If we now we say, suppose we say four fast bowlers, Roche, Jaden Seals, and two Josephs. That's okay. Bowling attack is very, very good. Again, that number 8 will be Roche. Quite better from the last time when we play against Australia with 3 quicks, 2 Joseph, Jaden Seals, and one was Jomel Verikan in two test matches. That was our tail starts from point 8, number 8. Here at number 8 will be Roche if he plays. That is some better than other tailenders. But if there would have been Holder or Moti, then it would have been a much balanced team.
Very much.
And I want one more thing. If this 11 plays, Chandrapal should not open. Campbell and King should open. Chandra may be at number 3. Number 4, Hope. Number 5, Chase. Number 6, one of the keepers, either Joshua or Janko. And then number 7, Justin Reeves.
Yeah, very much so. Mr. Brown, bringing you back into the conversation now. We are finally seeing the return of Joshua De Silva, top scoring in last year 4-day championship, return and top scoring this 4-day championship again with a double 100 from the Trinidad and Tobago captain. How pleased are you to see that he got another look in again for West Indies at the international level?
Very tired last season. Can one thing be done? Cameron Roche for the short term lead the team. Cameron Roche for the short term can lead the team. He's the most experienced.
Let us kind of swing the conversation a bit here as we're seeing on our screen. Joshua De Silva, a reward for consistency. Joshua De Silva earns his way back into the West Indies Test squad. When we look at Joshua De Silva and when we look at captaincy for West Indies, this present administration is comfortable with Ruston Chase. He was not given the captaincy on merit, and he has not proved so far that he deserves to be the captain. But this home season against Sri Lanka and later against Pakistan will speak volume, because if he doesn't get the runs or the wickets leading from the front in these 4 test matches, then a lot of questions will be asked of him. And we know and we are sure that Jamil Warkan will not captain West Indies. The thing that we are looking towards is that we have seen them follow England with split coaching, and then they return back to the one man doing all the job. I think eventually we will have a change of captaincy, and eventually Shea Hope will evolve into leading the team in all these 3 formats. The problem with Joshua De Silva is that he has scored this volume of runs in the 4-day championship, but we have not seen a great sample size in international cricket that he can score these runs and lead the team from the front. And so until we get an idea of that, then I myself would not recommend for them to go down the captaincy route, because captaincy in itself is a very pressurizing position and very few would have excelled at it, while rather excel at batting or bowling while being the captain. We have seen Shea Hope leading from the front, being West Indies captain and still getting hundreds and still scoring runs. But at the time when they approach him to captain the team, his words was that he's just getting back into the team. He doesn't want to get back into the team as the captain. But now that he's in and settled down, I think they're trialing Ruston Chase for these 4 test matches here at home, and then if he doesn't come to the party, they will look to Shea Hope to take over. I think Joshua De Silva should be allowed to be in the team, find his place at the international level, and then if there's an opening in the future, then he could be slotted in that position. And we know here, with the history of what happens in the Caribbean and the is all look and so forth, I think we have not evolved as a region as yet to look into that direction. We remember the Australian Jamaican Brandon Nash was vice captain with Shea Hope, based on what we have seen so far. He has led the team well. But going back to the conversation now, picking this 11 with a fit enough Azari Joseph, Shamar Joseph, Jaden Seals. Where does Kimar Roach?
If the pitches are going to be speed friendly, or it is a fast bowling pitches?
Well, the pitch in Antigua and Barbuda has been very receptive to spin. It's a docile pitch indeed, and so the only way that Kimar Roach can play is at the expense of the vice captain, which is Jamel Warkan. And as the question is asked, why are you coming into the series with a vice captain that may not play?
He should not have been the vice captain, frankly speaking. He might be included in the team, the squad, if Moti is not available, but he should not have been the vice captain.
Definitely. Mr. Brown, your thoughts on Jamel Warkan placing the team, the inclusion of Kimar Roach, the possibly 11, and the unbalance of the team based on the pitch and what they are prepared to do. If they go with Roach, then Warkan will have to be left out.
Yes, Mr. Codlin, and here again, what problems have a ripple effect like everything else in life, and Warwican should not be the vice captain, and that is what it, and that creates a problem, because now you have made him vice captain, but they have shown, especially in the last series that we were involved in, he did not feature in any other games against New Zealand. So we know that not because he's a vice captain, that does not mean that he's going to play. So I don't expect him to play. Moti got more wickets than, outbowled. He was outbowled by Joshua Bishop, his own teammate in the Barbadian team. But at least I guess he knew that he was going to be in the squad, so it didn't matter. in that regard. But why he's there, I do not know. And it is very strange because I believe, again, circumstances make a person. We do not know how a person will respond to leadership. And when you pick the wrong leader, not just the wrong leader, but even the wrong vice captain, and maybe Hope is the best person, as you stated, but in order for him to get that job, he has to want it. And he clearly stated he did not want it. Now, if he changes his mind, I cannot back him for it until he changes his mind. He says, yes, I would captain the team. At that point, I would say 100% go with Hope, because having the wrong persons in the leadership role creates a very big problem for the playing 11, because neither of them warrants a place in the playing 11 as far as I'm concerned. But it's easy to ignore Warwican because he's only the vice captain, so you can do away with him. The captaincy now is a whole different story.
Right.
Um, I think what we also have to consider is with with um with Azari Joseph in the squad, but also playing in the warm-up game, and with his workload management being monitored closely, it makes me wonder if he will play in the first test match, maybe the second test, but it makes me wonder, would they, with the workload management that they claim they are exercising with him, would they let him play back-to-back 4-day, 4-day game right before the test match? I don't know about that. Is that an indication that Joseph may not feature in that first test 11?
Um,
That, yes.
yeah, just to answer your question here, the the purpose and as Joshua Bishop, Jonathan Jakes, Kamari Gore, Azari Joseph, Brandon King, Kirk McKenzie, Kimo Paul, Solve also assess the fitness of Azari Joseph injury in England. It is not justifiable that he be placed in this team. And to strengthen this argument, remember the director of cricket told us that with the performance of Shamar Joseph, Jaden Seals, Azari Joseph, they have looked past Kimar Roach. When they brought back Kimar Roach, they said it was because the two Josephs were injured and they had the inexperienced Johan Lane, OJ Shields, and Anderson Phillip. And so they wanted to have Kima Roach and Jaden Seals to shepherd these in the 3 test matches in New Zealand. So now, with them saying that, how can they justify the selection of Kima Roach? Who does he play for? Does he play for Azari Joseph, which might be fit enough? Does he replace the firing Shamar Joseph? Does he replace the consistent Jaden Seals? That is the argument. And the only way that, and remember, the fourth seamer would naturally be Justin Greaves, who have given a good account of himself with the bat and with the ball. And so now, where does Akima Roach fits in a West Indies team going forward? My mind tells me that they just want him to get 6 wickets. And if we're going to pick our team like this going forward, then that explains why our cricket is so low like it is these days. I don't know what you both think about it, but this is my view on what I'm seeing with our cricket here.
Yeah, Cameron, if in the 11 there are total 5 bowlers, means 3 quicks like Shamra Joseph, Jaden Seals, definitely they must play. And third, you are saying if Jari Joseph, and fourth is Justin Hughes, and fifth is Austin Chase, and there are other 6 batters, then that is okay. Then that is just okay. Cameron Roach may not be selected for 11. Though I am again saying that there will be a toss-up. There should be a toss-up between Aljari Joseph and Cameron Roach. I never seen Aljari Joseph performing at test level better than Cameron Roach. Yes, fitness is maybe the issue of Cameron Roach, but as well as of Aljari Joseph too. But if they are playing 4 specialist bowlers, then Cameron Roach must play. If there are 3 specialist bowlers along with Justin Greaves and Austin Chase, then there should be a toss-up between Cameron Roach and Aljari Joseph. But again saying that if 4 specialist bowlers play, then Cameron Roach must play. He's a better bowler. He's a much better bowler in this beginning overs, and also a very good bowler against the left-handers. And also a decent batter at number 8, who does not throw away his wicket.
Yeah.
Aljari Joseph mostly throws away his wicket.
Somebody in our comment here, Laxton, saying Roach is the best test match bowler. Your thoughts on that, Mr. Brown?
As I said before, when they brought him in to play against New Zealand,
sorry, Mr. Brown, I'm not able to listen to you. Please, may you speak loudly?
Can you hear me, Mr. Codlin?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When they brought in Roach to play against New Zealand,
yes,
no West Indian bowler bowled better than he did. He took the most wickets in that series against New Zealand, and he had the best bowling figures against them. If you look at this squad here now, because we have to go by the squad that they have in front of us, only Jaden Seals and Shamar Joseph as fast bowlers would definitely must play in that very first test match. There is a question mark with Alzari Joseph because of his fitness. That's where his question mark comes up. His fitness. The fact that he's playing in the game right before the test, and the fact that he's on Barbados played. So apart from that,
a test match next week to bring you another show, and at that point we might get a little idea into the starting 11, certainly after this 4-day game that will start tomorrow with Sri Lanka and the West Indies Select 11. Let's just name the West Indies second squad here. Tevin Imla, captain. Joshua Bishop, and as we name it, we're gonna put it on our screen. Tevin Imla, Joshua Bishop, Jonathan Jakes, Kamari Gore, Azari Joseph, Brandon King, Kirk McKenzie, Timo Paul, Kamal Sovereign, O'Jay Shields, Niall Simmet, and Clinton Tyson, Kevin Wickham down at the bottom. This warm-up match, June 18 to 21, West Indies Select 11, and then the first test, Sri Lanka at Coolidge Cricket Ground, Antigua. So rather the warm-up match will be at